Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel on the Mauve. If you're new here, my name is Faye Marie. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create curls using a flat iron. So this is one of my most requested tutorials, and it's because I do very often wear my hair in waves because I just prefer to wearing it straight. But I really don't like using curlers because I feel like it just takes too long. I've tried wands, I've tried curling irons, I've even tried blow drying it to get curls, but I find that using a straightener is the best way that I can get my curls, so I wanted to share that with you guys. To get started, I'm just going to share with you guys the products that I'm going to use today. The first one is a flat iron, obviously. The one that I'm going to be using today is from Lumabella, and I found this flat iron on Amazon when I was looking for something to ship same day, and I kind of just really came across this one. The reason why I love it so much is because it has lasted me a while. It's been over a year, and what I like so much about it is that it has sensor technology in the ceramic plates, meaning that if you have any kind of breakage or heat damage, the temperature on the flat iron will lower on its own. I usually set my flat iron to 375 degrees, but definitely set it to the temperature that you feel comfortable with, that works best with your hair. Other products I'm going to be using throughout the tutorial are a hair elixir or a hair oil. This one is from Garnier Fructis and I'm obsessed with it. I typically don't wash my hair for 2 to 3 days at a time. So when looking for a hair oil, I usually try to find something that doesn't have a lot of buildup, and I find that this is the best. This is a Marvelous Oil Hair Elixir, again from Garnier Fructis, and it's for dry to very dry hair, so this is one of my favorites. The next is a heat protectant, and I wasn't really a big user of heat protectants maybe 2 years ago, but I did find that after I started using a heat protector, I find my hair to be healthier and that it's been growing a lot faster than it did before. This one that I've been using for a while is from L'Oreal Paris, and it's the Sleek It Iron Straight Heat Spray. It says that it's for protection up to 450 degrees, which I find to be really good protector, so I highly recommend this one as well. And then lastly, you're going to need some hairspray. This one that I'm going to be using today is from Garnier Fructis again, and this is a 3 extra strong hold. It goes from 1 through 5. I typically don't like to use a number 5 or the highest strong hold that a hairspray has, just because then I feel like my hair doesn't have kind of that movable natural texture, so I tend to go for a medium to lower hold. Lastly, you're just going to need a rat tail comb or any kind of comb that you use for your hair, and a few butterfly clips. So I'm going to be starting off with straight hair, and the first thing that I like to do is I like to section off my hair, and typically I work in 3 sections, and I'll show you how I section those off throughout the tutorial. So the first section I'm going to create is the lower 1/4 of my hair, and I'm just going to section that off using my fingernails, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's about 1 inch or 2 from the bottom hairline. And then the rest of the hair I'm just going to clip up. And I call this the first section that I'm going to be working with. Now I took that bottom section and I just divided it into 2, and I brought it to the front, and I just turned my flat iron on to 375 degrees. I'll also be linking all of these products below if you do want to check out this flat iron. Once your flat iron is on and ready to go, you're going to take that first piece from the first side and clasp it between the 2 plates, and then I'm going to begin by twisting backward. And then once I twist it 1 time, I'm just going to pull down. And there's the curl. Now I'm going to show you again on the other side. We're clasping, and then we're twisting 1 time away from the face, and then we're just slowly pulling down. One thing to note is when you're clasping your hair, you don't want to clasp the straightener really tightly. You want to keep it a little bit loose so you can glide your hair through easier. Once I'm done with that bottom section, I'm going to bring the top hair down, and I'm going to part behind my ear like so. And that should be about the part that you have at the top. And then I'm just going to clip this hair on my crown with my butterfly clip. And then similar to how we did the bottom piece, we're just going to bring those 2 sides forward. And now sectioning off this hair from what we curled already, we're just going to bring this one back so we don't get confused. And then we're going to work in 1 inch sections, working our way upward to that 3rd part. So here's my first 1 inch section. And using another butterfly clip, I'm just going to clip this hair to the side. And we're going to do that same technique. As the hair gets longer, as I'm going higher and higher on my crown, you'll notice that once I do the one twist and I'm getting closer to my ends, I do one more twist. And that's just to ensure that the curl is going all the way down. You can just do the one curl or the two curls. It's really up to your preference. And once you get the hang of this technique, you can kind of work into what's best for your hair texture, your hair length, and kind of what your preference is. You'll notice that I'm curling the hair away from my face. I feel like this way the curls feel a lot more open and they're not closing in on you. They're kind of going outward. I feel like it's a more flattering look. Now we're gonna go ahead and work with the last section. And this is the section closest to the crown. So once you get to the top, you're just gonna do the same process again. Divide the hair into two pieces and bring it forward. And at this point, you're gonna decide what side you wanna part your hair in. You can either do a center part or either side part. I'm gonna go ahead and do a center part for the purpose of this video. So now I'm just gonna clip the other side that I'm not gonna be working on first to keep it away. And I'm gonna go towards the other side. And now we're just gonna do the same process that we've been doing for the whole head and just work our way up to the hairline. So taking 1-inch sections and then clipping the rest up. The only thing different that I like to do once I'm working with the hair towards the crown, it's once I have that section, because it is a little bit longer, I just divide it into two and curl each side, just so the curls are a little bit more defined near the crown. And for a little bit of extra curl, you can take the hair and kind of twirl it between your fingertips while the hair is still hot. So once the hair is curled on both sections, what I like to do is just tussle it a little bit to kind of get a nice, natural, voluminous curl. And what I like about the curls with the straightener is, for me anyway, I just feel like it gives me so much more volume. They look so much more natural. They're not like those thick, big kind of Goldilocks curls. So once you're done straightening, you can take your hair oil, and I just like to use a couple pumps. And then I focus on my ends primarily with the oil, because I don't want that buildup near my roots. And I have naturally very curly hair, so I do have some unruly kind of baby hairs kind of sticking up sometimes. So a little trick that I picked up is grabbing a mascara spoolie and a little bit of hairspray and just spraying the hairspray on the spoolie, and then just using that to brush back any hairs you might have that are out of place or near the hairline, so you get a nice sleek head of hair. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed following along and you enjoyed the tutorial. As always, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time.